Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today, we're talking about whole smoked chicken. Let's get into it. That's right guys, so today we're going to talk about whole smoked chicken. Now there's going to be a million different ways that you can make chicken on the grill. You only got to find one that works for you. So I'm going to show you today some basic principles in how I smoke chicken. Again, many people are going to do it different ways, but I'm going to show you ways that's been successful for me. So we're going to do a whole smoked chicken, very simple, fast cook. We're not going to inject it, we're not going to brine it. We're going to just take this straight out of the package, rinse it off, pat it down, and we're going to cook it. All right, so that's what we're doing today. So hey, let's get it. Alright guys, so here we've got our whole chicken, and this is just a regular whole fryer chicken you get from your local grocery store. I've already rinsed it off and patted it dry, and so we're ready to get started with this. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I look at the chicken and just to see how much moisture content is still on the surface of the skin, and that's going to determine if I need to use a binder or if I want to use a binder. And I'm not really going to use one today because this is still kind of moist, and hey, it'll, our seasonings and rubs will stick really well. So first thing that I do is I grab my own SPG. Okay, you can use whatever salt pepper blend that you want to use, but this is one that I like to use. So what I'll do, put some salt and pepper inside the bird, and then kind of put some all over the bird, just a little light dusting. Make sure you turn that bird around and get it all over. Lift up the wings, all around the neck. We're pretty much getting everywhere on this bird. It's alright to get messy while you're doing this, guys. It's cooking. We're having fun with it, right? Alright, so that's going to be our first layer. And it's just, again, just the salt, pepper, garlic, SPG. Anyone that you like to use. Now the second layer, and this is going to be my flavor layer, I'm going to be using my boy from California, that California Dream BBQ Rub. Man, this is from my man Cooking With Kirby, and I'll put his information down below so you guys can go check that out, as well as any of the products that you see I typically use in my videos. I have linked down below. So we're going to take some of this rub. Again, we're going to put it inside the bird. I always like to get a good coat of whatever seasoning I'm using inside, because you know what, it kind of flavors from the inside out. So we're going to get a good dusting inside there, and then we're just going to kind of sprinkle high and try to get a good even coating all over this bird. Okay, so now that we got this bird all seasoned up, the wing tips, I kind of want to make sure that we don't burn these things up while we're cooking. So this is what I do. I take the wing and I'm just grabbing the tip and I'm tucking it behind the back side of the bird, guys. So I kind of stick my thumb in here inside the neck cavity just to grab it. So I got my thumb inside here. I grab on the other side, the left side of the breast, and I grab this wing, twist, and tuck behind. I'm just using my thumb to really pull that wing tip right back there and just kind of let it loose, and it kind of sticks right there, and it kind of helps to preserve that wing tip from burning, and it gives it a good even cook there. So we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side here. We're going to grab that wing and we're going to tuck it right behind. And it's okay if you end up breaking the bones or whatever to get it to stick back there. It's all good. Okay, so now we've got that there, and we're going to touch up our seasoning. Alright guys, so just like that, we got this bird all seasoned up and it's ready to go on the grill. So we're going to get our pellet smoker fired up, and I'm going to see you at the grill in a minute. Alright guys, we are at our pellet smoker. We've got this thing running at about 350. Now I'm going to use this little wire pan, pizza pan, just for the ease of getting the bird on and off the grill. And I'm going to spray it down with some spray oil. Alright guys, so hey, as you just saw, we just got our chicken onto our pellet smoker. Today we're running our pellet smoker at 350 degrees and we're using B&B post oak pellets. I'm also going to be using my smoke tube just to give a little blast of extra smoke flavor into this pellet smoker. I'm allotting about 2 hours for this cook for you guys out there that want to know how long this cook is going to take. So roughly give yourself about 2 hours. So I'm going to bring you guys back in about 45 minutes when we do our first temperature check. We'll be looking for 165 degrees into the thickest part of the breast without touching any bone, of course, as well as about 175 degrees into the thickest part of the thigh. I'm not expecting us to be there in 45 minutes, but we'll check it in 45 just to see where we're at. All right, so I'll see you guys in about 45 minutes or here in a few seconds. All right. Alright gang, we're about 45 minutes into this cook. If you don't have an instant thermometer, I highly recommend this one. I've got it down in the links below if you want to check it out. But what we're going to do is we're going to check our temperature in the deepest part of the breast. So if you see there, we're only at about 90 degrees on this cook so far in the breast, and we're at about 114 there in the thighs. So we still got a little ways to go on this cook. Now one of the things that I do is I take my spray oil and I just continue to spray down the chicken just to kind of help with the crisping of the skin. So we're going to tuck this bad boy back in this grill and keep it going. Alright guys, we're about 1 hour and 15 minutes into this cook and we're going to check our temperature. We're about 144 degrees in our breast. So what we're going to do is rotate this around. And we're going to go ahead and spray with some butter spray. Now one of the things about this, guys, is if you're looking at your chicken legs, if they're getting a little too dark for you, you can cover them with aluminum foil. We're not going to do that today. So we're going to get this tucked away and we'll come back and check the temperatures in a little while. Alright guys, hey, let's do a recap of what we did today. So today we're talking whole smoked chicken. So we got us a whole chicken from our local grocery store. We got it cleaned up, we got it dried off, and we got it seasoned. We seasoned it up with our own salt and pepper blend, and we also used the California Dream BBQ Rub from Cooking With Kirby. We got this bird seasoned up, we got the wings tucked back behind the back so that they don't burn up and it promotes a more even cook. We touched up our seasoning after we tucked the wings, and we got it onto a wire rack onto our pellet smoker. Today we're running our pellet smoker at 350 degrees and we're using B&B post oak pellets. We came back at 45-minute mark into this cook, checked our temperatures, and we got it sprayed with our own spray oil just so we can get some fat onto the skin to help it crisp up. We came back at 1.5 hours and we rotated the bird, and then we sprayed some butter spray onto it again to get more fat onto the skin to try and help it crisp up with the heat. Once we got to an internal temperature of 165 degrees into the thickest part of the breast, we pulled our bird off where we allowed it to rest. So now this bird has been resting for about 30-35 minutes and it's time for us to cut into it. So let's go do it. Alright guys, let's go ahead and cut a piece off of here and try this out. I realize I'm doing this a little backwards, trying to give you guys the best view. Oh, look at there. Alright, let's go in. Alright guys, hey, as I always say in my videos, if you found value in what you saw here and you like the videos that I put out, you might want to check out a couple of that I have listed right here, as well as click that subscribe button right up there. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.